Hi, I'm Ram Gopal from ArteRamgopal.com. In this video, you will learn how to create beautiful YouTube banners using nothing but PowerPoint. You don't need to use any additional apps, no need to learn any new programs. You can create beautiful banners that work perfectly well in any device you take, and it can all be done using nothing but PowerPoint. Whether it is you want to use your photos, logos or design elements, or you want to keep it clean like this, you can design it all right inside PowerPoint. The benefit of using PowerPoint is everything is easily manageable. Let me show you how to create these awesome looking banners right away. The first thing you need to know before you create a banner is you need to be clear with the dimensions. Let me give you a quick overview of the dimensions required and how those dimensions affect the way your banner shows in the various devices. First, let us talk about the largest area that you have, which is for your TV, and the dimensions for that is 2560 by 1440 pixels, or these are the measures in inches. Now, when you design your banner for this dimension, you may not really know which part of that is going to be shown on your desktop or on your mobile. So let us see what portion of this banner size is actually going to matter on your desktop. Here is the size that matters for your desktop. The dimensions are 2560 by 423 pixels. Only this much out of this entire area is going to be shown in PC. And of this, only this much portion is going to be visible in tablet, where the dimensions are given here. And of this, only this much is going to be visible on a mobile. Which means of this entire area that YouTube allocates for banners, only this much can be considered as a safe area. Whatever that you include here is going to be shown in all devices. And when you don't take that into cognizance, you will have poor looking banners where the logo is cut off, the head is cut off, or some design elements are cut off. You really want to give a professional look to your audience, and for that you need to design banners that match the dimension. So how do you design your banners? The first rule is you need to design your banners from the middle to out. That is, you need to ensure that all your key elements are kept here in the safe area, and then you can add some additional elements in the sides as well. So to make it easy for you, YouTube provides you this template that allows you to design your banners properly. To make it even easier, I have extended the dimensions a little bit so that it's easier for you to place your elements, and this is available for you to download right in the description box below the video. You can download this template and you can start designing your banners right along with me. Here I am on a new presentation on a new slide. The first thing I'm going to do is to ensure that the canvas size matches the canvas size recommended by YouTube. If you remember, the dimensions are 2560 pixels by 1440 pixels. If you convert them into inches, it is 26.67 by 15 inches. So that is what we are going to create as the dimension for the slide size. Now, if at any point you work with centimeters instead of inches, you can always go to Google and go to this site called unitconverters.net, and you can enter your pixel size here and you will get the corresponding centimeters here. For example, if you want 2560 pixels converted into centimeters, this is what it is. And if you want to convert 1440 into centimeters, this is what it is. So you can enter these values when you design your slide size. Now, since here I'm using inches, I'm going to create my slide size matching the dimension in inches. To change the slide size, I need to go to the Design tab, and here I have the option called Slide Size. Let me click on it to get the drop-down menu. Then go to this option called Custom Slide Size. When I click on it, I get the option to input my width and height. Here, the width needs to be 26.67 inches. Let me enter that. It is 26.67. And then the height is 15 inches. Let us say OK. Now we have the slide size changed. Now you don't really see much of a difference here as far as the slide dimensions are concerned, and that is because the ratio of 16:9 is maintained when you use 2560 by 1440 pixels. Now how do you know that you've already changed the slide size? It's very simple. When I go to Home, when I go to the text box tool, and when I write something, you can see that even though the font size is 18, it is hardly visible here, and that is because the canvas size is really large and therefore an 18 font looks so small. So you've got the right dimensions in place. Let me select this and hit delete. The next step is to get our dimensions here. Before that, let me convert this layout into a blank layout. So I'm going to right click on this, go to layout and choose blank layout here. Here, let me pick the dimensions from this downloadable template. So let me select this and press Ctrl C to copy, and then come back to our slide and press Ctrl V to paste the picture. Now we have a guide available for us. Now you can see that these lines are way too prominent and that might disturb us in terms of creating our design. So I'm going to reduce the transparency. So let us select this picture, go to picture format, go to transparency, and you can choose the level of transparency that you are comfortable with. As you move your cursor over these transparency options, you can see the live preview here. I am quite happy with this level of transparency, which is 80%. Now I'm going to work with this template. I'm going to recreate this banner now. As you can see, the color that is used is dark gray. So let me redraw the same box here and color it in dark gray color. So let us go to home, go to this auto shapes gallery. From rectangles, let us pick up this rectangle tool, and you can see the guide here. You can use that guide to draw a box that matches the dimension that you see in the middle. This is the banner size for desktop. Let us go to shape outline, say no outline, and then go to shape fill and choose a dark gray color like so. And now we have got the band ready. This band will serve as our backdrop. The next thing we need to do is to place our logo and picture right in the safe area. Now, if you use this template given by YouTube, then once you draw your rectangular band, you will not really know where the safe area ends. So that is the reason why I extended these lines to make it easy for us to know exactly where our safe area ends. Next, to make it easy for myself to pick the various elements, I have downloaded everything on this slide. I have got my picture here, I have got my logo here, and I've got this design element. You can download any number of design elements available for free in pixabay.com. Let me pick up the picture first. Let me right click on this and say copy. Then let me go to the slide that we were working on and let us paste this. Now, if I were to have my photo shown like this, then you can be definitely sure that what will show is just the portion here, which means my head would be cut off and everything will be off. Now, is it a good idea to resize everything and place a small photo of mine out here in the side like this? I would highly advise you against that, because there is no point in showing your picture in such a small detail, because when people see it on their mobile phone, they can't really figure out your face. So it is better that you show only the image of your face rather than the entire body. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut off the remaining portions. So let me select this, go to picture format, go to crop tool, and then crop out all the other unnecessary areas. Let me reduce the size from this side as well. Now I'm going to give maximum focus only to the face. So let me place it over here and then click and drag from the corner to increase the dimensions, and I can place my picture like this, and I can crop out the remaining areas from the bottom and from the top. Perfect. Now this is what will show on the banner. The next thing is to place my logo. So let me go back to the previous slide, pick up the logo here, press Ctrl C to copy, and then go back to this slide and press Ctrl V. And I'm going to resize this slightly, ever so slightly like this, and I'm going to place it over here. Remember, it is still inside the safe area. The next thing is to write some text here. You can choose to have any kind of text in the middle. It could be your website address, your unique value proposition, or the kind of service you offer. You can choose to include any text that you like. In this case, the three things that we help our audience do are these. We help them create easy videos, to grow on YouTube, and then to monetize their views. That is the reason why I wrote this text. Let me write exactly the same thing here as well. Let me go to Auto Shapes Gallery. From basic shapes, let us pick up this text box tool and then write those three elements. The first one is create easy videos. Let me increase the size substantially so we can clearly see what we are writing. And let us use a thicker font. So let me go to 2cen MT condensed extra bold. This is a font that comes with PowerPoint. You don't really have to download it separately. Let me place this over here. Let me add a tick mark in front of this, and that is nothing but a simple bullet point. So let me go to the bullet point option in paragraph. Let me click on the drop down menu here. You can see we have this tick box option available, check mark bullets. Let me click on that. Let me change this to yellow color because that is one of the colors in the logo. So let me go to the same drop down menu again, go to bullets and numbering, and here we have the option to change the color of the bullets. Now let me click on the drop down menu and choose the yellow color that we use in our logo, and let me say OK. Now we have a nice looking check mark, and let us change this font color to white so it clearly shows, and we have got our first point written. Let me hit enter. That brings us to the second bullet point. In this case it is grow on YouTube. Let me hit enter. And the third point is we help them monetize. So these are the three things here. I can always make my corrections here when I see any spelling mistake. Now these can always be changed like this. Now that looks perfect. Now I've got my photo, my logo, and the three things that we help our people do. Now I'm going to ensure that everything is aligned properly so the banner looks professional. I'm going to click and drag my cursor across to select all these elements. Then go to Arrange in the Home tab. Then go to Align and say Align Middle. Now everything is aligned properly. Now if I leave this banner like this, then I can be sure that I've got my work done because I've got my safe area and all the essential elements written here. Now with this in place, let us extend our design to occupy the other portions here. On the left hand side, I want to add a little bit of design so that the banner looks a bit more attractive on the desktop. So I've already downloaded the design pattern. Let me select this, press Ctrl C to copy it, and then get back to the banner and press Ctrl V to paste it, and I'm going to paste it over here. Perfect. Now that looks beautiful. Then on the right hand side of the banner, I'm going to write call to action. The call to action in this case is Ultimate Guide to YouTube Thumbnails that get views. This is a PDF document. Viewers can click here and download the free guide. So that is where I want to draw the attention of the viewers. So let us write this text. Let us go to the banner and let us use the same text box tool and let us write whatever that we want to write here. It is Ultimate Guide. So let me increase the size here because it's way too small because the canvas size is big. We are going to use the same font that we used earlier, so it is easier for people to read what I've got here. You can easily occupy the text right after this line here. Everything will show on the desktop. So I'm going to place it over here and then let me complete this sentence. Ultimate Guide to YouTube Thumbnails that get views. So that is my message here. Let me do a bit of resizing so everything fits in properly. And to make it clearly visible, I'm going to use the font color which is same as this color. So let me go to the font color and use that yellow color. Now that is clearly visible. Let me write the place where people can click and get their download. So let me use the text box tool once again and I'm going to say free guide. This can be in Calibri. Let me increase the size and I'm going to place this over here. And let us change the color to white color to give a bit of a contrast. Now to draw the viewer's attention to this, we need to draw an arrow. You can use the tools available in AutoShapes Gallery. Let us go to lines and let us pick up one of the simple tools like this one called as curve. Let me click here, let me click again and then double click and then change the shape outline to white color. Let me increase the weight of this to around 3 points and then I can change the end to arrow. So let me go to arrows and say this is the arrow size. And now this automatically draws the viewer's attention to the free guide. Maybe if required, I can increase the weight to something even bigger. Now we have got our giveaway ready as well. Now let me duplicate this slide. And here I don't really want this template because it has already served its purpose and I'm going to say delete. Now what we have got here is a banner and white background. Now I'm going to save this as a PNG image on my desktop and then I can use that image to upload onto my YouTube channel. So I'm going to say File, go to Save As, go to Desktop, that is where I'm going to store this file. Let me give this a name, call it YouTube Banner. Whatever name that you think is appropriate, I'm going to call this YouTube Banner ArteRamgopal. And here is the most important point. Here you don't want to choose PowerPoint presentation. I want to save this as a PNG image. When you go down, you see that there is this option called PNG or Portable Network Graphics. You click on that option and say save. Then you will get this dialog box. The question that is asked is, which slides do you want to export? Do you want to export all slides as PNG or just this one? I want just this one, so I'm going to select that, and now this image, which has the banner in the right dimensions and this whole slide size matching the dimensions required by YouTube, is ready for me to upload onto my channel. Now you log into your channel dashboard, which looks like this. Then you go to your channel, and that takes you to your channel with your option to customize your channel. When you take your cursor to the banner, you will get this icon of photo. You click on that camera icon, and that opens up another page where you have the option to customize your channel. Here you have the option called banner image. Here you can change the banner image, and I'm going to use the banner image that I just created. So let us click on YouTube banner ArteRamgopal. Let us go to open, and that shows the preview of what we have just created. You can see everything is proper. The safe area has all the elements that I require, and I'm quite happy with this. This will be viewed on desktop, this will be viewed on all devices, and this entire thing will be viewed on TV. I'm going to say done, and when I say done, the change is automatically incorporated. When you publish, the new banner image will be available online. Now the changes are published. Let me go to channel, and now let us see the channel banner. Now you can see that this is the channel banner that we designed. It has that beautiful design element, the logo, and then this call to action. You can see that we have the free guide available. Of course, you need to make a small change to ensure that you link this portion to the downloadable guide so that people would be able to click here and go directly to that page, give their email ID, and then get the downloadable file. Now at this point, I don't really have that free guide readily available, and that is the reason why the link is given to website. Whereas on my other channel called Presentation Process, I have designed another banner with a similar call to action, and here you can see that it is pointing to the free 5-day mini training, which people can enroll by just clicking on the link here. So you need to set up this link before you can create your banner that points them to that particular link. How to set up that link? That is a point for another tutorial. In this tutorial, you learned how to create custom banners like this. Now talking about creating this banner, I designed it exactly the way that I showed you. Only that this is a simple design element where I drew a rectangle, turned it around a bit, and then ensured that every other portion is cropped out so that it looks like a cool looking design. Now, what if you want to occupy the other places as well, so that when somebody watches your channel on TV, they get a much more beautiful design? You can do that. Let us say I want to extend the same idea of this rectangle and fill it all over here. I can do something like this. I can use the same rectangle and then make copies of this and place it all over the slide. And then I can use the color that is there as part of my presentation process brand, and I can fill the colors, change the transparency a little bit, crop out all the unnecessary portions, and I have this beautiful design available. Now you can see that when I see the channel on TV, this is how it would look. Whereas when I see it on desktop, this is how the banner would look. So that is how you create beautiful YouTube banners using nothing but PowerPoint. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a like and share it with your friends, and also hit the subscribe button to watch more such videos. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.